In today's episode, I have a full guide on how to master your planks. I'm going to help you with the alignment, how to position your arms, what you should be feeling, what's right, what's wrong. This way you're going to be able to correct your plank form. Now, why are planks important, or why did I choose to do planks today? Well, planks are huge in stabilizing your upper body, improving your posture, and it just really activates some very powerful deep core muscles that are going to help you perform better and progress, whether you're in fitness or whether you're in yoga. You want to master this base position. Now, planks are not just great for those who are athletic, but it's also great for people who are just trying to improve their posture and correct their head posture. So it's going to help you bring back your head over your shoulders, and it's going to help you stabilize the upper body, therefore improving your upper body posture. So this is great whether you're young or whether you're just, looking for a little bit of a tune-up. In the planks today, I'm going to do the corrections, the modifications, the alignments, and the progression. So I would expect that almost anybody can do it today, because I will have those progressive movements or progression movements. So it will start with basics, and then it will increase in intensity and more difficulty or more advanced posture positions. So let's get to work. We're going to start talking a little bit about upper body posture and alignment. So with planks, we're going to start in a tabletop position, which is going to be our base position for today, our fundamental position. With the planks, there are usually two types of upper body postures. One being with the rib more extended and forward, the other being more rounded forward. So this is going to affect your plank, However, the plank can correct both. That's why it's beneficial, because it's going to help you fix that misalignment and that weird posture that's not really an efficient posture. So we're going to start in the tabletop position. And most of our heads are jutted forward, so usually like this to the front. So what you want to do is pull the chin in and press the chest away a little bit. I want you to feel that a little, like you're kind of, show you by the front side. Chin is in. Hands are under the level of the shoulders. Knees are under the hip width. Chin in, chest pressing away. So it's head back, chest back. Really good if your head is forward, and also good if you're someone that kind of arches too much, okay? Once again, I'm going to show by all profiles, side profile. Hands under the level of the shoulders, knees under hips, toes are tucked, chin in, chest pressing, forehead back. Now, this is important because throughout all the planks, you're going to stay right here holding this position. You want to maintain that tension of the chest and the face pressing away. If not, you're going to go like this, and you don't want that. That's not good. That's like very bad. You're going to be doing more bad than good for your workout and also for your posture, which is probably already affected. So remember, you want to correct it. So in this tabletop position, let's practice a little drill. Fingertips press, chin is in, press your chest away. Feel your upper abdomen kind of pull up and away from the ground. Kind of like that, above the belly button area. Okay, and you're going to tuck your toes in. And if you're pushing, and this feels intense for you, stay here. But if you want to check a little bit more, you can lift the knees about an inch from the ground and keep that pressure of the chest and the face away from the ground. This is very hard on its own. Like even this, kind of basic modified plank position is hard. Now, if this is too much, lower the knees and continue to practice that chin in and chest pressing away and ribs up. You're working your core in this way, okay? You can see your ribs kind of coming up. This is very important. This is a big piece to that. This thoracic rib cage expanding and chin in. Curves of the spine is an inward of the neck, an outward of the thoracic, an inward of the low back. We're going to be taking breaks because this is instructional with little drills in between. All right, so now we're going to practice keeping the ribs back, the hands down, but now just gently releasing the shoulder blades towards each other without doing much. And then pressing them away again. Almost like the cat-cow, but not exaggerated, with your belly in the same place. This is going to start to kind of glide your shoulder blades on your rib cage and create a little bit of gentle mobility that's going to help you engage in your planks a little better. Pressing the chest, pressing the shoulder blades away from each other, and letting them collapse towards each other. That core is still neutral. There's not much movement happening there. Let's do 2 more so you can practice. Pressing away, relaxing them, pressing away, relaxing them, and 1 more. Pressing away, pressing the face away, pressing the chin away, and relaxing them. Give it a little break, shake it off, move it around. Come to take a seat so you can take a little break. Open your arms back a little bit. We'll take breaks in between. We're still getting a little bit warmed up. The arms come back. Hold it here for a second just so you can counteract the press forward. Keep your ribs in. Keep your chin a little bit in. It's not an exaggerated arch today. We're thinking more strength, more core tension, more shoulders open. Okay? And then you're going to release. And we're going to get back in that tabletop position. We're going to do, I just actually did a podcast with my podcast partner. She taught me this, so I'm not going to take credit for this, but this is great. I chose a bird dog when we were doing our podcast today, and she gave me an awesome modification that I want to practice here today too, since I'm doing the planks. So we've all seen bird dog, which is here, right? This is also great practice for preparing and stabilizing the planks, okay? Now, once again, that hand is under the shoulders, not reaching forward. Have it right here. And then it's pretty cool. Like, you're looking in between your thumbs. We're practicing those adjustments that we just went through. Chin in, chest press, those shoulders pulling away. Now, what she did was have me pull the right leg back, right? Tuck the toes in, but then reach my left hand to the top of the mat. Preparing for that bird dog, but we're focused on that chin tuck, the chest pressing away, the ribs pulling up and away, and keeping that core nice and strong. Then you'll be ready for liftoff. Lifting the leg and lifting the hand up. I'm layering everything little by little. So it's progression. We start in tabletop, we practice approach actions, practice the head alignment, the core alignment. All right. When you hold your bird dog, you try not to arch your back, so don't do that. Don't do that arching. Don't go like this. This is all messy. You're pressing, chin, lifting the heel, keeping your hip low, and then release. You can stay in the progression, in that modified position until you're ready for the progression. So let's do it again. Chin in, chest pressing away, knees under the hips, left leg lengthens. Keep the chin back, keep the chest back, keep the ribs back. Reach the right hand to the top of the mat. Hold it here if it feels good. By keeping your form and keeping the alignment, you're going to feel it quite a bit. And then you're going to lift the arm and hand. And you're going to keep that core strong. You're going to keep that shoulder strong. And this is kind of almost prepping you for side planking. Side planking, you're on one arm, which we're going to do today, which is quite hard. Hopefully I have the energy and stamina to do so. Hold it here for about another deep breath. Or if it's too much, you can come back into the progression. I leave it up to you. I'm going to come back to progression. Hold it here. And then release. Take a little break and shake it off a little bit. Move it around. Now I actually chose to leave forearm plank a little bit for the more later sequence because I find forearm plank quite difficult. We're going to do hand plank first. And then we'll move into forearm plank. So next, we're going to start setting up for our hand plank. Building up on those cues, layering it. Okay, traditional hand plank. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips, Chin in, chest pressing away. Just like we did on that other round. One leg lengthens back, build the core stability, correct it. Then you're ready to lengthen the other one, and you have a perfect plank. So there's no rush. You can even do this one at a time. Okay? And hold. All right? But there's no dumping, there's no craziness. You're building up to a nice solid foundation. You're building up a nice solid foundation. So it's really good. It's going to correct your form, your posture, improve your deep core stability, okay? Pull into your full hand plank. Eye gaze in between the thumbs, chest pressing away. Notice that my head is not like this. I didn't cue that at any point. Ribs are back. You're pressing that space in between the shoulder blade. Engaging your quads, lengthening them out. And release and lower down. When done correctly, it should feel hard, okay? If it's feeling easy, or sometimes you'll see people at the gym holding the plank for a really long time, they're probably not doing it right. So you want to make sure you're engaging, and it should feel a lot more intense. Like there's a lot more muscles firing. So have that in mind. I'm going to work through the beginning phase and then the full plank again, just so you can have the modifications and be confident that you have little tools to work with that are going to help you master your hand plank. All right, chest pressing away, chin is in. Blades of the shoulders pulling away from each other. Let's do left leg back. Left toes are tucked, well tucked. That left quad is engaged. You're engaging your core even now. And then you're going to lengthen the opposite leg back. Solid plank. Stay in your plank if you want to keep practicing and holding. I'm going to come into that modification. Hold it here. Hold it here, preparing for takeoff. Okay. And then take a break. Awesome. Shake it off, move it around a little bit. Roll the shoulders around a little bit. Relax. It's going to be guided today. It's not a workout routine. You're going to test. You're going to learn. You're going to practice this skill, you know. You're going to test yourself out, see where you're at. So the planks, good. Posture, stability, strength. And it's also the base to a lot of exercise moves, to mountain climbers, to more of yoga poses or chaturanga in yoga. So it's a very important base position in performance or in athletics or in yoga, fitness. So making it incredibly perfect is going to help you level up safely and using and firing up all your deep muscles. Better results, much better. All right, let's get into the forearm plank. And we're going to start with a modified forearm plank. And for this forearm plank, I'm going to show you by side profile at the front. You're going to have elbows under the level of the shoulder, and you're not going to interlace your hands. You're going to leave the palms on the ground. You're going to draw your chin in, and the mechanics still apply the same. Chin in, chest pressing away. Fingertips are engaging into the ground. The hands are not in. The hands are nice and in a good line to the elbow. Everybody's different, so sometimes you may feel some angle kind of. So ideally you want a little bit more nice and straight, but if it's not straight, it's okay. Be okay with that. Chin is in, chest is pressing away, elbows are pressing into the ground, head back, ribs start to go back, knees are going to stay on the ground, and then you're going to lift up into this half plank, like half forearm plank. This is a good way to kind of modify your regular forearm plank. It's not easier, it's hard. Chin in, chest pressing away, hold it here for a few seconds, practicing all the cues we have learned so far, or we have gone through. And then release. Okay. Let's practice for another 2 rounds. Now, once you get the first few cues, you can kind of start to throw it into the rest of the plank variations. So again, fingertips into the ground, forearm, chest pressing away, chin in, Press away, chest, chest, ribs, hips come up last. Notice that my hip doesn't hike for any of this. Don't slouch, don't go like that. Okay, you're doing that wrong. Practice here. Okay, and then release. I would say if that's already too much for you, you can practice the hands on the ground, chin in, and chest pressing away only, to try to get that to start firing a bit more, that upper core, those deep abdominal muscles. So practice there, pushing, chin in, chest away. Eventually you'll get up. Okay. It's more supported, but it's a very challenging plank. All right, and then from there, just like the tabletop that we turned it into a regular hand plank, you can do the same into the forearm plank. Chin is in, chest is pressing away, ribs go up, knees length. It's like a wave. You can progress it. If you practice, you can hold it. Planks are also isometric, so they're safe. You just hold the position. Try to get good at it. Chin is in, chest is pressing away, ribs are pulling up. The hips are not hiking. Don't do this. I see this a lot too in planks. Makes me want to push a person's butt down. Make them really feel their core. And then take a break. Those are some common mistakes where you see someone hiking the hip up. They're trying to compensate using their hips, or kind of avoiding their core. So you know better, try to avoid that. Let's do another one. You can also do it with the hands interlaced. This one you can do with the hands interlaced. Chin is in, chest pressing away, ribs go up. You're going to come into that forearm knee plank. You're going to lengthen, regular forearm plank, but very well done. Chin tuck, head back, ribs back, quads are engaged too. And then take a little break. I'm going to do one more just for fun, just because it's getting me warmed up. If you're still hanging in there, we'll start to get into more of the variations next. Chin in, chest pressing away, pulling the core up, lengthening the legs, engaging quads, core, chin, chest. Don't hike the hips. Keep them a little low, and the ribs higher than the hip level. The head back further than the hip. And release. Child's pose for break. Notice how my eye gaze is always down. Do not crane the neck. That is another big mistake that people do, is lifting the chin when you're doing the plank. Try not to look up. Try not to look to the side. I know that's dumb and we do it at the gym a lot, but that's where you can actually pull your muscles. When you're loading under tension and then you're like, hi, turning the neck. So have that in mind. Eye gaze is straight down and you're focused on looking at the floor. All right, shake those arms off. You can open up the chest a little bit, bring them behind you. Do it with the legs crossed. Relax the neck a little bit. We're going to get a little bit into side plank. I'm going to give you a modified version of the side plank in hand. Now we'll go through side plank in forearm. Okay. All right, you're going to come into a tabletop position. All right. And then for the side plank, you still have the same engagement always. Knees under hips, hands under shoulders. Breathing, feeling your core press up and away. And this is a very nice, simple, modified side plank. Make sure you have knee support. You're going to slowly lengthen the right leg. Pivot that left foot to the left outside of the mat. You're going to start to turn and twist your body open. Right? And then you reach your hand up. This is a great side plank for most people. Side plank not on the forearm, but on hands, which is challenging when you do the full pose. Now the foot is flexed, and start to train it that way because that's going to lead you towards the more progressive side planks or progressive poses. And you're reaching. Side of the ribs are pulling up. That's good enough. And release. Try not to lower. Engaging away. Slow. Pivot the foot, bring it back. Bring the knee back. I'm going to show by the posterior, by the back side. Lengthen the leg. Pivot the foot. Roll over to that single arm. And then you're going to reach. Okay? You're not collapsing, you're not bending. You're engaging up and away. You're lifting the side ribs a little bit. Works your obliques. The arm is reaching. Chin is in. The head is back. Head is now forward. Head back. And release. Okay. All right. So that's your practice. Now, for regular, working your way into a full side plank. Now, notice that engagement that occurred. Okay. Where you're actively pressing the hand into the ground. This is going to start to be very important now for the next few ones. Fingertips are all connected. Thumb, index. You think of them as little grippers, okay? So make sure that you're engaging, you feel that. All right? That's very important. Let's get into a side plank. Lengthening, pressing the chest away. And then you're going to grip. You're going to stack and roll over to the side, but you're going to place the right foot, I'm on my left hand, on the ground, okay? And you're going to reach. This may be intense for some, okay? But this is a supported one. You put the foot down and lift a little bit more. Engaging here. Side, obliques, lifting up and away. Those fingertips are really gripping in there. And that foot, flex. That's why I cued that. Okay. Hold it here, chin is in. Eye gaze straight forward. And then you'll turn carefully, lower. Big for strength and stabilization, big time. All right, side plank on the other side. Just pressing away, chin is in. All right, you're engaging. You're going to lengthen into your plank. You're going to roll onto that arm, that top leg. Top knee is going to bend. Place the foot, press, hands, fingertips. Reach. Remember, I'm not dumping down. I'm engaging my hands into the ground and lengthening up and away from the ground. You can also reach that opposite arm a little bit, and it's going to help you elevate a little bit more. Beautiful. Hold it there, keep practicing. Remember, you have your modification if needed. And then place the hand, you turn it over, and then you lower it down. Take a little break. Shake the arms off, move it around. Now, the full side plank, oh, so hard. I remember my first full side plank in yoga. I was like, wow, my arm is shaking uncontrollably. It felt like it was going to snap. So if you're there, take a break. Because I'm not there to baby you. I mean, I can't hold you there. So just be careful. If you feel the arm start to wiggle a lot, it's normal, but you need your rest, okay? So hands into the shoulders, eye gaze in between the thumb, chest pressing away, chin is in. Lengthen carefully into your plank. Your toes are very tucked, okay? Chin is in. Controlled roll. You're going to roll over to that left hand. The feet are going to be stacked, flexed, all right? You're pressing through the outer edge of that foot. Both the feet in flexion. Don't let those feet sleep. The arm is really hanging in there. And then you're going to reach. Oblique, side body, lift. Hold it here, build your strength and stability. This is great for yogis. So the yogis are going to maximize mastering this and get into some more advanced poses. And then release, turn, lower the knees, break, soak it in. And then we'll roll over to the other side. Always set up intentionally with good form. Chin is in, chest is pressing away. Lengthen, lengthen. Roll, feet are flexed. Roll, stack. side body lift, the obliques. That opposite arm is reaching. Remember, you're not collapsing into that hand. You're pressing and you're engaging up and away from the ground. Side plank, feet flexed, breathing. Look straight, head back. Hold it here so you can stabilize. Each side is different, so you may feel weakness on one side versus the other. And then roll, lower. Shake it off, move it around a little bit. That's a lot of planking. I think it's already a workout with all the ones we've done. Hope you're feeling it. Yes, you're going to feel the shoulders. You're going to feel your core. Like I mentioned, it's a full upper body stabilization pose, exercise, and also fires up your deep core muscles. It helps so much for just really improving the posture and makes your workouts better, makes your dynamic movements much better. Okay, forearm side plank. This one's kind of cool and easy. So when it comes to the side body, it's not that hard, this one. Knees are going to be bent. Feet are in flexion. Forearm on the ground, elbow under the level of the shoulder. You have that knee bend, and you have that side body lift. That's it, supported side plank on the forearm. Not as brutal as the hand plank. Breathing, inhaling and exhaling. Simple enough. And then you release. Let's flip it to the other side. Same engagement of the forearm. That lifting of the side body, the obliques, the chin in. Ribs are back. That knee bend, feet flexed. And the side lift. Obliques. Here. Lifting. And then you can hold it here for as long as it feels good for you. And release. Let's flip it over the other way to do the full forearm plank. And we're finishing off with this one. All right. Full forearm plank. All right. Elbow at the level of the shoulder. Nice fist. Really press that forearm in there. Make sure you have elbow support too. You don't want your elbow to bother. Flexion of the feet. Once again, you're pressing that side, the outer edge of the foot, and you're lifting. Okay, side body. Feet in flexion, quads engaged, hand is reaching, chin is in. Inhaling and exhaling. Beautiful. And this is how you work it. These are the alignments: feet flex, quads, ribs, chin. Even the feet make a difference when you adjust them. If the feet are lax and they're just floating there and being lazy, you're not going to get the same engagement. You're not going to be able to lift as much. So it matters. Flex the feet. Forearm, or place fist, elbow under the level of the shoulder. Side body lift with the reach. Hold it here. Breathing. Engaging, engaging, engaging. Solid, solid, solid. And release. Well, I think that covers all the plank fundamentals. Those are the base. Those are the ones that you see the most, like the standard. But those are the alignment cues, the corrections. You know, the feet matter, the head posture matters. Practices is going to help you improve your sports performance, your workout routines, or your posture. They're just really good to practice. There's a lot of evidence on the planks. So once again, I hope you enjoyed this guide. I hope you learned something. I hope it was tough. No, just kidding. You have modifications in case you need them. So go ahead and join me for the next one. I will see you soon.